All right, hey, it's Justin here, and we are talking about some budgeting things and what we do with our kids and how we set them up on this app called Greenlight. And so, but first, I wanted you to know what a 7, 10, and 12-year-old might spend some money on. So, if you could spend $10 on something, Everett, what would you spend $10 on? You only have $10. What would you do with it?
Buy a Lego set.
You tell them.
Buy a Lego set.
Buy a Lego set. All right, Grayson, what about you?
I'd probably invest it.
Invest it. Ooh, we'll get to that later. And Finley, what about you? $10.
Lego set too.
Lego set too. Okay. $10,000. What would you do? What would you do with $10,000, Everett?
Buy a red shiny pickup.
Red shiny pickup. You can't even drive yet, though.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. All right, Finley, what about you? $10,000.
A silver Jeep.
Silver Jeep. You also cannot drive yet.
Okay.
You can say whatever you want. What would you do with $10,000?
Invest it.
This one would.
My answer says
You would invest it again. Okay. Well, so we're going to talk a little bit about how we budget, how we think about some things with the kids and their allowance and their chores and things like that. And so we'll kick the little ones out of here, and I'll talk with the oldest. Tell me about, summarize how we do allowance and budget and all that.
before or after we
Now, like, how do we do it now?
Well, every month we get allowance.
Yep. How much allowance?
Twice our age.
Twice your
Unless
age.
we don't do chores
Yep.
or like we disobey, then we get deductions.
Right?
And we also
Don't put your
get
foot on that. It shakes the camera.
15% in 15?
You get 12% per year.
12%. You lowered again. Again. 12% interest per year, and we have spend, save, and give.
Yep.
And so $2 each month goes to our give, and we can decide whether what we put in our spend and what we put in our save. But the thing with the interest is only the money that you put in your save you get the interest on. So
That's right.
it kind of pushes you to put money in your save.
That's right. And so you are kind of our saver. What is attracted you? The other kids like to spend a little bit more. You like to save a little bit more. Why is that?
Probably because I want more, I want bigger things than
Yeah.
they do. Like, they want their $10 Lego set.
Yeah.
Or they want their $5 minifigure.
Yeah.
And I want, art supplies that are more expensive.
Yeah.
So I tend to save it up so I can get those.
All right. So your favorite thing that you've ever bought with your money? Can you think of it? What do you think it might be? Or one of your favorite things?
One of my favorite things were the markers I bought for my
Ooh,
art
right.
set.
So Grayson does artwork, and she's even sold some things to gracious people. And no, art-loving people. And she is really talented. And so she saw it as making an investment, buying these pens. What were they, $60 or so?
Mm-hmm.
These pens. And so it was a great use of some dollars. What is some of the least favorite dollars you've spent, or some dollars that you wish you had over to do again?
Like a year ago, I bought two action figures because they were on a sale.
Right.
And I never played with them.
Like almost immediately, I remember
Ever.
you really regretting it.
Yeah,
And you'd say,
I don't
"Oh,
know
I
why
wish I
I
hadn't
didn't
spent
return
this
them."
money."
I don't know why I didn't return them.
Yeah.
I think we lost it.
Yeah. Tell me about the giving portion of with Greenlight and what you've been able to do there, and
So-
just why that is different now than what we were
Yeah.
doing before. What we were doing before is a little bit just within our own bank account. We would have a separate budgeting app, and we would kind of tell the kids what their money amounts were. So it's kind of the same principle, but now it's a little bit cordoned off. So tell me about the giving portion of it.
Well, so the giving portion now is any nonprofit organization that you give money to. It will instantly take it from your give. But what I felt like we were doing before is we didn't really know how much money was in our give. And so, when we go to church, we would just, get $1 from you for our offering.
Right.
And so we didn't really have a specific thing. And, they had direct links to websites that you could give to, and that was very helpful.
Do you feel like having some of your own money to spend has been good for making some money choices?
Yes. It's been, if I have knowledge of my money, it's more helpful than if I just have to text you and ask you, well,
Right.
do I have this amount of money?
Right. Now, what if you had your money in a jar somewhere and you saw $200 in a jar?
I'd go and spend it.
Right? You'd be more apt to spend it. And
Yeah.
so some of this has been helpful for you to not see your money every day.
I think also with Finley and Everett, like if they saw $10, they'd take it and
shoot,
go
they-
like
yes.
throw it out in the
Yes,
yard. And
yes.
have a fight.
Yeah, we do this hypothetical where we say, what if you had $10? Well, they actually have more than $10, but they're not going and spending it every day because it's kind of within this app, and so they don't think about it. So, what's your favorite thing about the Greenlight that you told me with having the card?
I just like how it feels more independent
Yeah.
rather than you guys like taking money out, taking money from your wallet, paying it, and
Yeah.
then deducting it from our accounts.
Yeah, and so now you have your own account, and so if you want to buy something, if you want to buy those pens now on Amazon, we can put in your debit card amount, and it actually comes out of your account. Feels a little bit more real, kind of less like play money. So, all right, so Grayson and I are going to be back for talking about some investing. We've got a book review, and so we'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about setting up her very first investment account where she made her own investment choices. So visit us again on that. She's really gracious. All right, thanks.
Is it recording?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
And action.
No, say take one.
Take one.
Take one.